is really the big time highlight, and what people are really wondering about this 2026 Buffaloes team is who's going to get the start. And I think it's the most interesting because it's really going to shape how this season really goes for the Buffs. You obviously had the top quarterback prospect in this year's last recruiting class in Julian Lewis coming over to Colorado, but then they also made a surprise transfer move by grabbing Kaidon Salter from the Liberty Flames from the Conference USA. And as a guy who goes to New Mexico State, I know a lot about Kaidon Salter. Got to see him play a couple of times in person, and the dude is talented. Don't get me wrong at all. He led that Liberty Flames team to a Conference USA championship just about a year or two ago. He is a very, very talented quarterback, or at least he is a very, very talented, versatile runner, I would say. He's not really the quarterback that's going to be able to sit down on a lot of big-time throws and be able to get, a 40, 50-yard bomb down the field. He does do a really great job at playing out of things like the read option and whatnot, being able to scramble on the outside, make awkward throws off of his back foot, cross body and whatnot, and do those type of plays. He is very talented within that, which would be very, very interesting for a Colorado offense who in past years have really, really struggled to both establish a run game, but also establish an offensive line to be able to protect your quarterback. So 3 out of the 5 offensive linemen right there, definitely in a solid spot to be able to improve their run game and be able to improve a run game that is based behind Salter. But is that something that Deion Sanders is really going to be able to do consistently? If they go with Julian Lewis, it is going to be much more of a definitive, very traditional offense, right? Lewis can sit down on throws. He is very accurate at times and is more of a pocket passer than that of Kaidon Salter. The question is him being a freshman, when you're trying to compete, is that the best way to go, right? Salter might not be the pure passer that Lewis really is, but he does have much more experience. He's played in conference championship games, in bowl games and whatnot. He's been in spots to be able to succeed. Lewis doesn't have any of that type of experience. And another big time question for the Buffs, if they do end up going with Lewis, is can they put together the same passing game that they had last year? Because really the only big time returner at the wide receiver position is Amarion Miller Jr., who had some really great highlights, was really a guy who was able to come in and really lift the offense when they couldn't really get anything going. I remember they had that Kansas game, I believe, when the offense was a little bit stagnant. He was able to come in and make some plays at times. The Nebraska game as well. So he was kind of a lifter. He's now going to be looked at as their wide receiver, so their number one wide receiver on the field. Is he going to be able to carry that passing game within it? And who else is going to really be able to step up for the Buffs